Hello, ASL friends. This is Ms. Wise, and we are going to be a little bit creative here in playing a game that I love to play on the last day of school, last day of the semester, called School Feud. And normally we would play this, together in teams, but if we're not doing that, I wanted to still give you a chance to play this game because I feel like it's such a fun thing to do at the end of the semester when you realize, oh my goodness, I have learned so much this semester. I know so much. So here's how you're going to play it by yourself, okay? Um, I will walk through the whole game with you like I normally would with teams, but when I get to the question, each question, I want you to pause this recording and time yourself for 1 minute and write down as many answers as you can. Okay, so for just 1 minute, think of as many possible answers as you can, and then play, stop the pause and play the recording again, and I'll give you the answers and we'll see how well you did. Like I said, I just think it's so fun to really look back at the end of the semester and realize, good grief, I learned so much. I know so much more now than I did before. Okay, are you ready? If you don't have a piece of paper, pen, phone, whatever, pause right now and go get it, and then come back and we'll start playing. So here we go. All right. Here is the first question. Oh, wait. Okay. Here is the first question. Are you ready? Name signs used in greeting. A sign that you would use in greeting. So go ahead and pause, time yourself for 1 minute, write down as many signs as you can think of. All right, the top 6 answers on the board, and I actually did poll more than 100 people on this. I polled 120 something ASL 1 teachers, and these were their most common responses to name a sign used in greeting. So see how many you got. The 6th answer, common answer, was good morning. 5 was my name, because that's, you often introduce yourself in greeting. 4th most popular, how are you? 3rd, nice to meet you. Number 2 was hi or hello. And at number 1, the most popular answer was what's up? All right, how did you do? Okay, let's go to the next question. Once I show the question, pause the video, write down in 1 minute as many answers as you can think of, and then come back to find out what the answers are. The question is, name one of the 5 parameters of a sign. All right. So all 5 parameters are on here, of course, but which one did people say most or least? Number 5, people said expression or non-manual signs. 4th most popular was movement. 3 was location. Palm orientation comes in at number 2, which leaves hand shape for number 1. All right, next question. Name a sign that uses a 1 hand shape. So when your hand is a number 1, name a sign that uses that hand shape. Pause and write down as many as you can think of in 1 minute. All right, a sign that uses the 1 hand shape. Top 7 answers on the board. The sign where? The sign sign. The sign for board uses the one hand shape. The sign you. The sign me or I. At number 2, we had meet, like nice to meet you. And deaf is the number 1 sign that uses a one hand shape, according to the people I asked. 120 whatever people I asked. So how'd you do? I hope you got at least a couple in there. There are a ton of signs that use the number 1 hand. All right, next question, round 4. Top 5 answers on the board. The question is, name a sign related to school other than the sign for school. All right, go. Pause and write down as many as you can think of in 1 minute. The most popular answers were student, book, paper, class, and the most popular, teacher. All right, off we go for round 5. Top 8 answers on the board. Are you ready? This question is, name a sign that requires both hands to sign. Pause this video, write down as many as you can in 1 minute. All right, 8 most popular signs that require both hands to sign. Starting at number 8, we have school, friend, work, book. Number 4 is help. At 3, we have meet, name, and then the number 1 answer was nice. Again, I know it's possible you might not have had any of these. You might not have thought of any of these because there are so many signs that require both hands to sign. All right, next is round 6. Top 5 answers on the board. Here's the question. Name a sign created at or near the forehead. Pause and write down as many as you can in 1 minute. Signs created at or near the forehead. Top 5 answers on the board. Signs created at or near the forehead. Know or knowledge. Boy. Black. Summer, which I know those of you in the Master ASL curriculum haven't learned that one yet. Sorry. And then father or dad, created at or near the forehead. And our last round. Only 3 answers on the board this time. This one might take some thought. The question is, name a person who was instrumental in the development of ASL. Take a minute and write down everybody you can think of. Someone who is instrumental in the development of ASL. Okay, top 3 answers on the board. Without each one of these 3 people, we may or may not have ended up with ASL as in existence. So the third most common answer was Alice Cogswell. You remember she was the little deaf girl that somebody, who's one of the other answers, met, and that inspired him to travel to Europe. And anyway, and I don't want to give away the other answers. And then ASL was born. All right, so that's Alice Cogswell, the little girl from Connecticut. Thomas Gallaudet. He was the one who met Alice Cogswell and was inspired to go figure out how to educate a deaf child. And then the number one answer, person responsible for the development of ASL, and rightly so, Laurent Clerc, the Frenchman who left everything and came to America in order to start a deaf school with Thomas Gallaudet. And that's where ASL was born. Hooray! All right. Great job. However you did, you what's it called? Like brainstormed all the signs you know and some deaf history too. So I hope that was a fun little exercise and you realized how much you have learned this semester.